boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Dukect. Let's see, make sure stuff is working. Everything seems to be hopefully working. Oh goodness. Just make sure the right one. Okay. Alrighty. If you can hear me. If you can hear me. Hopefully. Okay. Just technology and such. So I don't know. I just gotta make sure everything is just want to make sure everything is working, and if not, I can just go back and again. Okay, let me just check one more time to see everything is working, and let's see if everything. Yep, up. Everything seems to be working. Technology. Huzzah. Alrighty, that is awesome. So, how are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks so much for coming in. Thank you so much for talking. Thank you so much for being here on this Wednesday evening. And I had a very interesting day. Going out with family. Went to the African American History Museum in DC. It's hard to get a ticket, I can tell you that much. It's hard. It's just it is a complete crazy stuff here, man. It's really hard to get that stuff in. So, yeah, it's hard to get that stuff in, man. It's a hard thing to get in, but man, it was very overwhelming, exciting, and geez Louise, it was a very interesting experience, humbling, humbling, and all that good stuff. So. I recommend you could get there if you can get a ticket. Just get a ticket. You will definitely will not regret it. Yeah, I made a family. It was nice, and it was exhausting because the day was like over 90. Today was like what? Gosh, I gotta see. It was over 90 degrees because hey, that was fun. Over 90 degrees out today. And well, that was a fun time. And yeah, that's why if I sound a little bit tired, it's because of that. And you just gotta you just gotta roll with it, man. You gotta roll with the punches. And hey, I will survive. I will go through it. And this is what I do. This is what I always do, ladies and gentlemen. I continue to survive, but also thrive. Anyway. But think of surviving and going through all this stuff and living and surviving. Oh, man. that was that old segue. Let's get into the wrestling and stuff. The last two. Speaking of exhausting. Oh my gosh, what about, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live? Goodness gracious. Oh gosh. What can I say about Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live? First, I say it was widely rumored and reported, and they said after Extreme Rules, which I watched, it was decent. And decent show, and you're like, okay, after that we're gonna have a clean slate, so Bischoff and Heyman will have a clean slate so they can work on Bischoff for SmackDown Live and Monday Night Raw with Paul Heyman. And what did I get on the show was just I felt wow, same stuff, different. It was same thing, different day. Just same stuff, different day. Just, you know what? It was just, if we played this 9 Inch Nails song, it's just like, every day is exactly the same. That was the theme. It was, everything was the same. Nothing really changing. It was just nothing of a modicum of feeling and excitement. Brock Lesnar is your Universal Champion. In fact, let me just, it's something very interesting. I look on the Twitter, on my Let's see. On my Twitter machine. Tony was like, take a shot. Oh, gosh. But yeah, let's see something which I am. Look at this right here. If I could find it. It was a. Alright, let me look and see. Background, I have my had the Nationals and the Orioles playing, Nationals leading at this point. But anyway, let's look and see. Here it is, and I will actually screen cap it for the video portion on YouTube and BitChute, and you will see this on the on Freaking Awesome Network and Man Expression video part. But here it is from Matthew Botchamania guy. He says, didn't know who pointed this out, but July 2019 and equal October 2017. It says this: Brock Lesnar is Universal Champion. AJ Styles as Universal Champion. New Day, SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon feuding. And then Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt again would go in a feud. And look at this again. It's like right here on see July. You have Brock Lesnar champion, AJ Styles U.S. champion, New Day as tag team champions, Shane and Owens feuding, and then Bray and Finn just feuding because of reasons. It's hilarious. It's funny. It's a completely. I'm like, wow, every time. It's just like there's nothing. This thing quotes itself, you know. It's everything quotes itself. It's like history just quotes. It keeps going and going and going. It just keeps going in a circle. It says, well, I don't need to walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in circles. That's what WWE's been doing. In fact, here's the great idea about this. This is the lovely idea about this, ladies and gentlemen, is that they are, they're doing a reunion Raw of this, like all the stars in the past. And you know what the thing is? They haven't created a new star since Batista and John Cena. Yeah, I said it. I like Roman, but he ain't no star, man. It's because of him. It was because of a little bit of him not being ready, and just WWE not doing the things right for him, and the fans not giving him a chance. Ugh. And everyone was picking on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is our guy. Well, Seth Rollins been your guy, and guess what? No one gives a crap about him. Heck, I thought he was gonna be our next. I honestly thought Jeff Hardy. I thought he was like, he reminds you of like a even killed Jeff Hardy. I thought he could have that type of audience, but I'm like, yeah, it doesn't mean sometimes you can be wrong. You can be wrong. And I admit that, man, I don't know what it is with Seth Rollins. I don't know what it is that it's just I don't know what it is, but dude, I don't know. It's just like his one. And so, what about his one badass moment? Yeah, one badass moment kicking Baron Corbin, kicking Baron Corbin's ass. After he gave the end of days to Becky Lynch, who I like her Twitter game, but I'm just getting more and more annoyed. I'm getting more annoyed at the man shtick and such, and him going off on Twitter. I'm just annoyed. Just y'all need to get off Twitter. In fact, that's what I did most of the day, man. Let me tell you, my life has got a lot better when you get off Twitter for a while. That sort of thing. And here's another thing that really pissed me off, is that the most interesting things were the 24/7 title with Truth and Drake Maverick. I'm like, wow, and that was the most interesting. One of the interesting things. Other was Bray Wyatt coming in and attacking Finn, which was legitimately creepy. I will give props to that, but everything else just felt so run of the mill. just the run of the mill, samey, boring, continuously. Just, we need to have a new number one contender. Not Braun Strowman, not Lashley. Heck, why don't you get Big E or Cesaro? Heck, why didn't you put Aleister Black in the Battle Royal? Aleister Black won the match. Wouldn't it make sense? He came in and not, put Aleister Black over and heck, have Aleister Black take on Brock Lesnar? Something of a shakeup? Nope, we get Seth freaking Rollins again because he was doing so well as Universal Champion. And by the way, I love the fact that this guy says, I will always defend the Universal Championship. I'll be a fine champion. But yet Kofi Kingston has been a better fighting champion than Seth Rollins. He has been a better fighting champion. I'm not kidding. He has defended the championship on Raw, SmackDown. Every time, more often than not, he has fought and beat everyone on his plate more often than Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins just stands there with the championship and just talks a promo saying, I'm the robot change, I put Raw championship back, and you're like, no, it just basically became this whiny narcissist, like this whiny dude, just like, I'm gonna bring the Raw title back, and I brought it back. I beat the Beast. I'm the Beast Slayer, just like I'm the King Slayer, even though Triple H still comes around. Yeah. And then, have Brock Lesnar beat him, and I'm like, yeah, I was rooting for it. I rooted for it, and I don't have any regrets for it. I don't regret that. You know why I don't regret it? It's because Seth Rollins was just so freaking boring. That's right, boys and girls. He was boring. That's champion. And you had to put Becky Lynch with him because he had to do something exciting. And by the way, you know what? Here's the real sad part about all of this, is that they're trying so hard to basically take the man's popularity and, Becky Lynch's popularity and siphon on to Seth Rollins, but man, it just seems so. Look, I don't care if they might love each other. I'm like, that's awesome, that's great, beautiful, that's nice. But I'm like, if it just turns off, they don't have that many chemistry with each other. I'm sorry, they just don't. In my eyes, if your eyes you like it, fine, that's great. But that's just me. Gosh, But I just, and I didn't really like most of the match rules. Again, I just, I just like, man, I really wish it could. There's some stuff that could have been better. And by the way, I like the fact that maybe Heyman's in power because, oh snap, they did. Oh my gosh, they were swearing on television. Oh my gosh, with Natty and with Natalia and Becky Lynch getting the number. I guess. Well, I'm like, seriously, you're swearing? I don't care. Because I don't care about this. It just seems you have to draw the back about how, every time you want to get heat or something, use a naughty word. Ooh, it's serious now. No, it's not. It's not serious. It's never been serious. It's just basically you're just doing the same stuff over and over again. And you're trying to freshen up opponents. Natty has been, look, I'm just saying, you know what? I really wish to put Naomi in this spot. Just say, you know what? She's going to feel the glow at SummerSlam. Damn. Naomi versus Becky Lynch. There. Done. Because honestly, Natty, I love her, but I think it's time for her to go. I mean, there's not much she can do. I mean, heck, maybe I just put her in put her in a coaching stuff in NXT or, that sort of thing. And maybe in a year from now, I wouldn't be surprised she actually retires. Then next year gets in the WWE Hall of Fame, and that'll be great. I wouldn't mind that at all. But gosh, it just When Raw, I was like just continuously looking at these same things over and over. And that's, by the way, this Raw is still a 3-hour show. A 3-hour show, and at best, you had maybe, 3-4 minutes with like at least like 4 minutes with Bray Wyatt, and then you have the R-Truth, Drake, and then Drake Maverick stuff. That was what combined, like maybe 7, 8 minutes, 9 minutes for over 3 hours. Seriously, that's the best you can do. 3 hours of action and only 8 minutes are memorable. And by the way, Alexa Bliss, I'm gonna say this to you and say this, and I understand you're frustrated at the fans who said that this match was boring, this is awful and such. I get it. You put yourself into it, and you're like, you hate the fact that fans are cheering against that type of stuff. You're doing your work and everything else. But man, that match didn't do any favors. I thought it was way too long, and the way too long. The fans were just getting restless. There was nothing really interesting during the match, and I'm like, you know what? This match really did not. This match, when I looked at it, I did not like it at all. I was like, if I didn't need, I watched. There was some cool stuff in it. For example, I like the fact that Alexa being sneaky and such. That was nice. I like the blockbuster Naomi did. I really wish they could have, I really wish these moves that were finishers actually were finishers again. I hate the fact that these are transition moves. Oh, the blockbuster, and then that's a 2 count. Then again, same as Seth Rollins doing a Falcon Arrow, doing a superplex and then a Falcon Arrow getting a 2 count. I just don't get it. I just don't. I don't know why you're just like, it's frustrating to me. Just frustrating. And I don't know why they keep doing the same thing over and over again. But hey, But yeah, then we just get to the end. Rollins wins the whole battle royal. By the way, there was a battle royal to number contender. Yes, Seth Rollins wins. Even though I would have loved to saw Randy Orton. Hey, you know what? Orton hasn't been around for a while, so instead of him going after Kofi, which there's history, heck, him and Lesnar. Why not have him and Lesnar go to town and such? Just have him not just suplex and maybe have that F5 counter to the RKO. I didn't get that last match. Why not we have that RKO? Yeah, have Brock Lesnar be like, yeah, it's over. I got you. And then he hits him with the RKO, punts Brock Lesnar, RKOs him like 2 or 3 times, and then punts him, picks up the victory, moves on, and then we have Randy Orton, and then have him drop the title to someone else. Braun Strowman, then have Lashley and Strowman and Lesnar fight for a number one contendership match the next pay-per-view. Winner of that faces Orton, and there you go. I just don't want Seth Rollins anywhere near that title anymore. That's just me. That's just my opinion. Maybe if you like Seth Rollins, I want someone to convince me via the we got Jacob here on the situation. By the way, if you want to contact me, easy, just go in. You have the internet. Oh, give it to Strowman just one. Damn straight. Yes, Strowman. Amen. But anyway, it's just, I think it was, good points, by the way. Anyway. I think, first of all, I didn't like it. Let's go to SmackDown, where pretty much everything these short matches meant nothing. You had a town hall that is basically was just set up for stuff later on tonight, which didn't really mean much. Liv Morgan challenged Charlotte Flair. You had Kofi Kingston getting his mic cut off because, well, reasons. You had Apollo Crews and Andrade, who I honestly like, but man, the crowd doesn't care about him at all. And after Andrade and that, I don't know what you do. I don't know what else you can do in that situation. I don't know how you can get these two guys, and people seem to like, but they seem to be turning a corner, at least to Apollo. At least they're giving him some cheers, and then pretty much you have Cesaro come in. Oh, by the way, Roman King showed up and just said that no one respects Shane and says he gives him a jackass or whatever, and then just then you're fine, whatever, and that's Roman and such. Oh wait. Hello? Dukect. That's weird. Well, but hey, the weirdness is, just beginning and such, so. Okay. Anyway, because I am the Dukect. This is the Dukect Lounge, so hopefully this was, just not a troll. I am really. Okay, you got a microphone, so what's up? Hello? Trolls. Oh, don't you just love trolls? I think Jacob was as well. Same. But you know what? But we're still rolling. We're still here. But anyway. And you know what? I am going to block you and done. I'm not playing the game. Ha! I ain't playing the game, dog. Nah, man. Nah. Too early, too late in the game. It's too late to do it. It's too late in this evening to play these games. But hey, that's a live show, people. You gotta take what you can get. You cut. Yeah, you just gotta, hey, I edit you out the show. That's what I'm gonna do. But anyway, Bischoff's. Oh gosh, Bischoff. The show with Bischoff. I just, again. First off, Cesaro, and then again, okay, let me get back to point. Cesaro comes in and then, says after the whole thing, says, I won a rematch with Aleister Black, which was fine. I think, hey, Aleister Black and Cesaro was actually a really good match. And after that, Kevin Owens stuns Shane McMahon because we need to do, hey, we done one. Absolutely one storyline WWE knows is that the evil authority figure. And anyway, Eric Bischoff, they have the evil, the heel faction takes over. So at least they have not one, but two potential storylines they can actually go into the well in. This company, man. This company. Ah! But anyway. After all that, the match is so good, and mostly, there was some decent progression, but everything, there was not really, again, Bischoff's hands and stuff. Like, it was not this week. It's gonna be this week. Next week, I'm like, dude, I don't know what it was, but it just felt like more of the same, and just Kevin Owens. Just again, this feels like a repeat of the heel thing like a couple years ago, and I'm just like, come on now, shake things up, because I want this thing to be something interesting. Instead, we just have this. We have this same mediocrity, same stuff. And by the way, I love the fact that the SmackDown, the Women's Championships, won at WrestleMania, barely defended by the Iconics. They basically lost the match via count out, and that was it. I'm like, okay. And y'all thought that was going to actually mean something. That match was actually going to mean something. No. Next, you had Other that, you had Bailey laying down the gauntlet and having taken on Ember Moon, which is nice. Ember Moon being in a championship position. I hope that this is. I don't know if she's going to win. Maybe they'll finally turn Bailey heel. Who knows? But hey, who knows? I think this could be something really good for Bailey. Bailey and Ember Moon. That'd be really nice. And I want Ember Moon to win the championship. That'd be great. Next, and honestly, you had, a 6-man tag with New Day, with Joe, Elias, and Randy Orton, who will be facing Kofi Kingston, which is I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at Kofi, and I'm not mad at that at all. And by the way, it's the bottom of the 7th, and that's just O's on the Orioles. Have 2 run. They have the 2 people on base and no outs. That's just perfect. Okay, but it's on the 7th, so not panic. Still a couple more innings to go. Anyway, this is the match was fine, but Orton wins and he pins Kofi, which with a rare TV loss. I mean, Kofi doesn't really lose on television since that push. He was winning matches for the most part. So it was really good to see, again, that type of stuff, that progression, ladies and gentlemen, progression into this, this show, to this thing, I think that could be something, something, progression to the show that just feels like, oh my gosh, this is what the thing needs. And hopefully Randy Orton and Kofi can tear it up. I don't know who's going to win that match. And I wouldn't be mad if Orton wins. But if Kofi does defend it, I think, a good long while. Because Kofi has a championship for over 100 days. So I think he had a pretty good run with the belt. So I think he loses it at SummerSlam. Or he'll probably lose at the next pay-per-view. So, hey, he had a good run here. So, him dropping the belt to Orton. But then again, Orton is not a regular guy on SmackDown. So, he might actually pick up the victory here. So, I don't know who's going to win here. And then you have the whole, Kevin Owens coming back, facing his Dolph Ziggler again. And Ziggler basically getting, beat down, stunned. And then next thing you know, Kevin Owens stunning Shane McMahon again and then running away because Shane McMahon brought all the heels out. And then, boom. Brought out the heels because of reasons. And, and he ran away like it was R-Truth with the 24/7 championship. And that was it, ladies and gentlemen. And I didn't care. I didn't care at all. Overall, I honestly, I was like, this is the same show. No, nothing interesting, no difference, nothing. And I'm like, well, people say, oh, let's wait a while. I'm like, I'm tired of waiting. I know people are like, come on, man, it's just the first show. I'm like, no, man, it's just the same stuff. I'll give it a watch after SummerSlam. Maybe when Fox gets the show and something, and it's tied. And there it is. It's a tie game. O's. Yeah, it's a tie game because, well, gosh, this bullpen, the Nationals bullpen. This Nationals bullpen is terrible. Okay. But you know what? It also is terrible. Is the WWE's current track. It's just not making new stars, getting people who was success 20 years ago, over 20 years ago. That's the only time they ever had success, and that's it. That's the show, ladies. That is how they run the shows. They have people in the past and not anyone actually come in the future. The only show that actually looked like they were actually going to do something new and interesting is Lucha Underground, and well, they already have their issues. And WWE had the chance to be a PG version of that, but they can't do it because of reasons. I don't know. Trying to please everybody, but in the end pleases no one. So I hope they can make something interesting. I hope they can do something that's good, something that's actually can be pleasing for everybody involved, for the talent. I just hope they can do something that make, people like, oh wow. We can have Brock Lesnar do some interesting stuff. Maybe have Seth Rollins maybe be more interesting and engaging. Maybe have new people new and interesting. And the Orioles just took the lead because why not? Of course they did. But my hope is that the WWE still trying to improve and still trying to continue to improve. Is to actually give that like, oh my gosh, this type of moments and such. It actually can be interesting and engaging again. If not, then what's the point? And continue to watch this show. It's become so formulaic and boring. And if that's going to be the case for both Raw and SmackDown, then you're going to have the same type of stuff here. And, the best solution is just having a Raw reunion when you have stars made from the past. And that's it. The past. Ugh. That you haven't done. And, depend on old stars that in the end of the day can't do anything anymore. WWE is becoming more later in WCW. Hell, they might be even worse than later in WCW. That's just my personal opinion. And we got Spiritual here. Hopefully you're not one of these trolls or something. Let's see. Hope you are. Okay. All right. You have anything to say, Spiritual? No. Yeah. I am not getting copyrighted at this point. So, yeah. This has been a fun show. Oh, gosh. What a fun show. And, this is the problem is taking in calls, man. Sometimes you get some good stuff and sometimes you get bad. Anyway, I will end it here. It's, because again, I'm still tired from the events of the day and such. And pretty much, I'm just tired, and I'm just hopefully, I'm just tired, and the next podcast will be next week, and also hopefully the Sad Dimension review will be up soon. And gosh, I'm just so tired and just so beat down, today because I did a lot of moving, walking, and everything else, but with my family, so that was good. So yeah, so that's it for the show, everyone. I hope WWE can get good, because if not, well, AEW is gonna just knock themselves right down. They're gonna be like, okay, they're showing stuff that's not interesting. I hope by All Out they're gonna be like, man, this show's like I can't wait till October to AEW Dynamite comes in. So if AEW gets their steps together, WWE is gonna be like, oh my gosh, we didn't have our ducks in a row. We don't have anything else. So maybe this will be their fire in the ass, and not just look for old guys. Maybe start looking for newer stuff. Start looking and say, hey, what is connecting with the audience? What is connecting with the audience right now that actually people want to see? What do people want to see nowadays? And that's the eternal conundrum of WWE. Until they solve that, well, it's going to be a long road to hoe. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dukect here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.